Hi, this is Mark. Recording this again because I went way over time going through all of the different stuff for this game. Um, so I created a sort of a space shooter game, pretty standard space shooter, and I was going to adjust it later to do other game mechanics and things. The games, as you know, are constantly evolving. So once you have the core mechanics down, then it's just a matter of implementing adjustments and changes for the rest of your life if you want to, or until you get bored. So this game is a space shooter, and let me just play it really quick so you can see the general mechanics, and then I'll talk about how I sort of the phases I went through to build it, and go through some of the scripts and stuff. And let me hurry up. So I don't know if you can hear this. There's some music. Once you hit the asteroid that was rotating there, you can get these power-ups. Like I have a shield power-up, which will protect me. I have a speed power-up, which will make me go a lot faster. And there's also a triple shot power up. There it is. And so I can shoot with three. If I get hit while I have a shield, it'll kill that guy. I also have a damage happening with my ship, so I can get hit up to three times on the upper left. You can see the UI there that's dictating that. Um, I got to kill these guys, or else they're gonna get me. Got a shield, so as I kill them, you can see the score in the upper right going up slowly each time. And if I got another damage, if I kill myself again, then it's game over, and I can press R to restart the level. Once you shoot the asteroid, it starts the game. Okay, that was really loud. I hope you could hear the music. So uh, I started with creating the player and setting the player up. So if I go to the player script here, um, which is this up here, this player right there. Um, so I was setting up a lot of, well, there's a bunch of serialized fields here. Normally I would take those out later on, but allows me to adjust a lot of different things like the speed and uh, the, um, the fire rate, lives, so I can adjust those things to test different game mechanics. Um, but let's see, there's some debug checking here for null items. This calculates the movement of the player. Um, So if the key is down, it goes down. You have a fire key with a space. Um, uh, let's see. Yeah, calculating the movement on the X and Y. Um, firing the laser. So the laser is a prefab item here. It's just a little that little red bar right there. If you go to the laser script, it just sets the speed and whether it's false. So I was going to implement an enemy shooting laser thing, but I didn't have time to finish that up. If you look in the enemy script here, you can see I was going to start working on that here, but I didn't get it working, so I commented it out for the purpose of this video. Um, and was setting up a game object for the laser prefab there. Um, I have some power-ups here. These are different power-ups that come in. If you collide with those power-up objects as they're going down, then it activates that script within the player. It's the player source. So if you go to the player, if I go down, it runs those power down routines for each one. So if you get the speed, it powers that down at a specific rate. So I think it's 5 seconds is how long it takes for those things to power down, and then it just sets the active state to false. But uh, anyway, I think I'll send this to you so you can see all the different. There's a spawn manager for the enemies. It randomly, if they go below the screen, then it randomly puts them at a random y-axis at the top of the screen as they go down. There's some UI elements in here too for the counting, how many lives you have in the score and resetting the game. So something that I was going to try to implement as well was to Uh, what was that? I have my notes here. Oh, I was going to, like I said, the enemy fire, having the enemy be able to fire back at you, um, which would increase difficulty. Also, setting up a quit application methodology so you could quit, so you don't have to wait till you die. Also, setting up a co-op mode. I was thinking of ways to have two people doing it on the same keyboard, kind of like the old school platformers. But that's a whole lot of different things because you need main menu selection, you need scene loading, you need to know who's who, there's a bunch of stuff with that. So um, that would have been challenging. My original idea was to take this with the core mechanics and then adjust it into sort of a COVID-19 related game idea. And I'd mentioned this a while ago, but I just never had the time to set up all the game graphics and the different sounds and things. But the core mechanics would be the same. You'd be the ship walking down the street. The enemies would be coming down. There'd be other people like coughing. So they're laser shooting. That's the reason I wanted to have lasers for the enemy is because the people walking down the street towards you would be like coughing or sneezing or trying to hug you or not practicing social distancing. And your laser, the power-ups could be things like a face mask or hand sanitizer. And your laser could be maybe you're shooting hand sanitizer at them or you're shooing them away or giving them an elbow bump or something. So that was the idea I had for that. And then the background, instead of being a static, it could be a scrolling street scene that you're going down the street. But didn't get to implement that. That would have been a lot of fun. Maybe in a future iteration if I have time I can do that. But that's basically the game. 6 minutes and a half. So sorry it's a little long. You wanted a 5 minute video. But this gives you the idea of what I was going for and sort of the process that it's currently at. It's playable. It has a UI and a win state and a lose state. So, well, not win state. You just keep going forever. But a lose state for sure. I guess winning is not losing. And that's it. So hope that was interesting. And if you have any questions, please don't hesitate to ask. Thank you so much, and I'll talk to you later.